Okay, I'm thinking about rebranding the project, coming out ADOS, because homophobia is too big, apparently, that people assume is about being gay and don't even participate, and I'm seriously heartbroken about it. So I'm thinking of just renaming it, or even just creating a parallel project called Welcome to ADOS Life, and see if more ADOS people participate.
Yeah. And when like we talked about it before, like I agreed with someone that was saying that, just the name change, not ADO coming out ADOS. I agreed with it because the first thought I thought about was, coming out in that way. But then later on with you like holding your grounds and saying, this is what it's about, I realized that it's more of like when we find out or when we understand the difference between like black and black Americans and descendants of slavery. So it made sense to me in that way, like coming out or like finding out that I'm ADOS versus just being another black person or African American that get mixed up into the group, communities of color. And
yeah, but my thing was, if people just read the description, they would see it's not your coming out gay story or coming out queer story. Because the thing about being a part of the LGBTQIA community is that you live your life hiding so much of yourself because you want to be accepted, you don't want to be rejected, you don't want to be denied a job or health care or whatever. So you have to keep this huge part of yourself a secret. And I think this is also true for ADOS. Like, we go to work, we go to school, and there's this huge part of ourselves that we don't talk about because we don't want white people or other POC to feel uncomfortable or to feel survivor's guilt or anything. So they don't know nothing about ADOS life outside of what is on the news. So that's what I mean by coming out, because especially in the past 2 years, I've heard so many times, oh my God, I had no idea. Oh wow, I had no idea. Yeah, they don't have no idea because we have to keep that a secret just to survive, because God forbid somebody feels bad, right? Like, oh wow, I had no idea ADOS are at the bottom of the barrel and have little to no wealth and like all the things because they're living comfortable on purpose, because the way the system is set up, they're living comfortable and don't nobody want to feel bad. But while you're not wanting to feel bad and I'm suffering in silence, I'm being basically annihilated. My people are being drawn to extinction or like pushed to extinction. So that's why coming out, like, we need to stop staying quiet and suffering in silence so somebody else can feel comfortable and not feel bad. But if that's gonna make people not even submit their story, I don't know. The stories need to be told. That's all I care about. So if we need to call it something else, then we call it something else then. Whatever.
Okay, so give the information where they can submit their stories, please.
Well, right now, coming out ADOS.com until I create or rename it. I wanted to rename it Welcome to ADOS Life, because I feel like every time I tell somebody like my whole situation with grad school, and they're like, oh wow, that's horrible, I'm like, welcome to ADOS Life, because that's what happens with ADOS. Every time I tell somebody like, what it is to move every year of your life because of rent, welcome to ADOS Life. That's so that might happen.
But if they go to comingoutados.com right now, they can submit their story. So please go ahead, do that.
Yeah.
If you're at the ADOS, pass the information on to an ADOS person.
Yes. Yeah. Please.
So they can tell their story.
Stories must be told.
Yes. All the stories. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.